For those of you who don't know, in the world of government, this is a very big week in regards to LGBT issues, specifically gay marriage, because today, Tuesday, the Supreme Court is checking out the constitutionality of Proposition 8, which was passed by California, which basically says that gay couples cannot get married, even though they already passed a law saying that they could. So some couples did get married and they still recognize the marriages, but they don't allow any more, and they don't recognize outside marriages. And it's very complicated. It's a huge gray area, and they're basically deciding what to do with that. And tomorrow, the Supreme Court is going to be judging the constitutionality of the Defense of Marriage Act, which basically bans gay marriage on the federal government level, like the national government. Even though individual states can still say that they'll give out gay marriages, the big guy, the big government, won't recognize that. And a lot of people say this is a big deal not only because they're two big issues, but because they both talk about the same topic, gay marriage, and they're being done back to back. So in the minds of most people, like myself, they think that they're just knocking it out of the park once and for all, like they're just settling it. That's why they're taking both big cases at once. They're probably going to say that it's either constitutional or it's unconstitutional to ban gay marriage, or they're just not, they're going to leave it in that gray area for a bit longer. But it's highly unlikely that they're going to just say that it can't be done, because most people think it would be weird that they put them both together. So there's a huge support for it. I support it. A lot of people support it. Like, I'm a huge supporter of gay rights and such. One thing that I've noticed on Facebook, though, is there's this image. It's like a red picture with an equal sign. And that is something that a lot of people are turning their Facebook profile picture into. And they're saying, do this if you support gay marriage. And I didn't do it. And a bunch of people are asking me, why didn't you do it? It reminds me of this episode of South Park that I was watching last night, where one of the main characters, I don't watch it enough to know the main characters' names, but one of the characters gets a Facebook, and it just takes over his life, because everybody expects that to be his real life. Like, his girlfriend says, why won't you add me as your girlfriend or in a relationship? And like, why won't you add your grandmother as a friend? And all this complicated stuff, and people act like if it's not on Facebook, it's not in real life. And you have to change your Facebook profile picture to this in order for it to matter at all. I view this as just like one of the fads on Facebook, one of these fun little things that comes up. Like when you see the sick kid, like the picture that's being passed around on Facebook, like, if this gets 1 million shares, then this baby will be cured for free by a doctor. And if I don't share it, that doesn't mean that I don't give a shit about cancerous babies. I just think that it's a stupid fad and sharing it doesn't matter. I tend to think that sharing these things on Facebook is a bad idea, because it's like a mental catharsis for your ideology. What I mean is it makes you feel like you've done something, when in actuality you haven't. You change your Facebook profile to this image and like, yes, I support gay marriage, when everybody else is doing it. It doesn't really matter. If you really care about this, do something for the cause. And what you can do most of all is talk about it. Like, if you have a family member or a friend who doesn't support it, you can talk about it with them. And it can sound unreasonable, like they might say that you're just being oppressive to them, but, you know, maybe mention it once in a while, or try and have some discussion. Maybe hear their vantage point and try and relate to them. Do something constructive. And I'm not saying that you can't do this, I just think that doing this can be dangerous, because when you just do that, it can make you feel like you've done something when you really haven't done anything at all. And I think that that's very dangerous, because people feel bad when they don't do anything, but we don't want to do something, so we want to find a way to have the best of both worlds. Not do anything, but feel like we did something, and this is the best way to do it. And yeah, that's not good in my mind.